Play a friend. We'll snag. Make an enemy. We'll slither a snag. Get ready to build, heal, stab, and steal, because tonight I'm rolling with the beard. We're reviewing Snakes of Wrath. I know what you're thinking, and no, this is not a box of chocolates. Inside this oddly shaped box is a bag, and inside that bag is a ruthless two-player tile laying game. I know, no, wait, come back. No, it's actually quite good. Let me give a quick teach. And to set up the game, all you have to do is find this tile, the starting tile. I suggest keeping it alone inside the bag when storing the game. Look at the size of that bag! Once the starting tile has been placed between both players, each player will draw a hand of 7 tiles. They will use these wonderful wooden tile holders, and then they'll alternate taking turns. So if I'm the blue player, I might want to place this blue tile here, starting a snake. Players will alternate turns adding tiles to their own snakes. So I might, after a few turns, add these tiles here to my snake, and once my snake has capped off both ends of the snake and there are no loose ends anywhere on the snake, I score a point per tile that makes up the snake. So in this case I would get 1, 2, 3 points. Now the first person to 13 points wins the game. There are a few things you cannot do. You cannot add a tile that doesn't make any sense, where it would close off or have a weird end to a snake body piece. Also, you cannot add tiles to your opponent's snakes. But however, you can attack your opponent's snakes with these attack ones. Well, unless it has armor on it. Like this snake here has armor on it, so I cannot attack it. However, this piece adjacent to it is not protected by armor, so I could injure that opponent's snake. Now, it's a good idea to attack other players' snakes because they cannot build on or add on to a snake when it's injured until they repair it. And you can only repair snakes with the same exact tile that was underneath before it was injured. Now you cannot re-injure a tile once it's already been healed. And another ruthless trick that you can do in this game is maybe place a piece going rogue, is what the rulebook calls it, by adding a piece that doesn't add on to any current snake or head. And then what you can do is then you can start building off of that in hopes of connecting and stealing your opponent's piece. And in addition to all those snake parts and heads, there's also this tile here. This guy's name is Todd, and he is worth a point. So you get Todd and you just place him anywhere on there and get yourself a handy dandy point. So here is a game in progress. Blue is kicking some tail. They have 1, 2, 3 for that completed snake, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and an 11th point for having Todd, as to where red doesn't have any points. This snake here is not completed. It has all these open ends, so red needs to really cap those off or tie them together. And red can no longer add on to this snake because it has been injured. So red really needs to find a piece to repair that injury and keep building, because red's getting his tail whipped. And that is Snakes of Wrath in a nutshell. First thing, right out the bag. Actually, speaking of the bag is amazing, and the tiles, the production on this game is fantastic. I personally really enjoy the art direction that was taken on this game. I dig that kind of retro kung fu type look that they got going for it. And speaking of the tiles and the bag, all the materials that they chose to make this game of are not only they nice, but they're also durable. Like, this is almost the perfect game for lunchtime at work, because you can play it and you don't have to worry about greasy fingers. You can always wipe off the tiles. You can really play this game anywhere. I think this would be a great game to keep in the trunk of your car. You can just pull it out, like, shoot, you can play it at the beach. You can play it anywhere where you have a place to lay tiles down. The game is easy to teach and fairly quick to set up. All you have to do is find that one starting tile, which after finding it once or twice, I found it pretty easy to just take that tile and stuff it in the bags and then box it, so all the other tiles are separate from the one starting tile. The tile holders are nice too, because due to the nature of the tiles being two-sided, it's nice that there's that tile holder, so that way it hides your tiles, and that way your opponent can't see what tiles that you have, because they're two-sided, so you just, flip them accordingly if you're red or blue. When I originally saw this game, I was very interested and wanted to try it. However, I did think the idea of a two-player two-player tile laying game might get kind of repetitive or be lacking in some department, because you're just alternating turns, playing tile, 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 tile. But there's enough depth and strategy there that it is quite a great game. There are some very good strategies in injuring your opponent's snake. So not only, it seems kind of goofy at first because you're wasting your turn, but that injury could possibly keep that other player from maybe being able to build onto that snake, because you can't build onto your own snake once it's injured. So, that might slow them down. And another good strategy is to injure their snake so they can't build on it, and then play a tile and go rogue, and then maybe connect one of your tiles to their injured snake. So now you have taken their injured snake, which, it's still injured, so you need to heal it, but, maybe wait until you have the appropriate tiles before you do this. But also, that's another great strategy too, though, the playing the rogue tiles, trying to connect those to another player's snake that they've been building. Or sometimes it's a good strategy too to play one of the head tiles out there, and you can even connect a head tile with one of your body tiles then to an opponent's snake to capture their snake that way. So not only are you just building on your own snake, relying on luck on the draw, which there is a good amount of luck in the game, but the fair amount of strategy too. So not only building your own snake is a valid strategy, but trying to steal your opponent's snakes and injure them, or injure them to steal them, are all very valid strategies. So in short, the game's easy to teach, the components are fantastic. Well, the box, in my opinion, is kind of an odd shape, maybe. I'm not sure if I will even end up keeping the game in the box. I think I might, just because the tile holders will fit inside the bag with all the pieces. So I might just keep it in the bag and keep it in the car or in my backpack. Anyways, the game's fantastic. It's definitely staying in the Beard's collection. And if you found this episode entertaining or informative, please consider clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell. And again, thanks for watching another episode of Rolling with the Beard.